All right, today I'm going to talk about staccato lines, what they are, what they're not, and how to use them, and in turn, you'll see how to avoid using them and what the opposite of that is through some examples and non-examples. So staccato is borrowed from music, but we use it in visual arts, and fashion is a visual art. And it's, to summarize, you can read in the middle. I'll give you a moment. But it's quick, short lines. Just boom, boom, boom. They break sharply and abruptly. There's nothing smooth about them. There's sharp breaks in the line. In music, there's sharp breaks in the sound. So looking at these outfits, you have the top two soft gamines that are wearing staccato lines. You see the sharp breaks. I'll actually highlight them for you. Let me see here. I'll do a fun color that we can all see. I'll do a bright green. Okay. And the breaks in her line are like sharply here because the color here, 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 and here, here, here. These are all short breaks in the line. They are very timed. It's purposeful. That's a good word for it. Purposeful. They're in purposeful spaces. You wouldn't want to have a staccato line here. That would be kind of weird, right? You would maybe do an empire waist, empire, whatever, here. That's better than cutting the breast in half. Like, think about if you're a soft type especially and you get those molded cup dresses and how it would create a staccato line for you there. You wouldn't, not really, because it kind of would be the same fabric, but it is shortening your line there in a way. It's cutting you off. It's cut off and it doesn't look right. So you want to make this, and here's a perfect example below the bust line. So here we have a staccato line here and here. These are not really staccato lines because they are in the same color family and it's one continuous line. It's not abrupt. So abruptness matters. Coming down here, you could argue that she's creating staccato with her flesh. That's fine. If we just don't look and we just look at outfit only, this is not a staccato outfit. It is one continuous line straight down. Yes, these greens are two different greens, slightly different. Doesn't matter. It is green and it's in the same kind of color family of green. It's two warmer greens. This one's getting more blue, but it is still a little warmer side than, a pine green or a forest green. So she is having one continuous line, and that looks very nice. She's not using staccato. Over here, we have where she's not using staccato. Again, yes, the reds are two different colors. Yes, there's a break by tucking it in, but she isn't, even her toes are a little red. She has one continuous straight line down. This is not staccato. So these are not staccato lines. Staccato is a sharp, abrupt, different color, different fabric, different pattern, something abrupt. Even here, the zipper, I forgot to say, that's another break in the line. But again, purposeful and placed in a proper spot on the body. It's not going to be anywhere that would be uncomfortable for your line. All right, now let's move into a video example that I have for you.
It means to play notes shorter and less connected, and legato means to play notes more connected and smooth.
And one more time, that's it in music, and I want you to hear it again. This is how you hear it in music.
Written music, staccato means to play notes shorter and less connected, and legato means to play notes more connected and smooth.
Do you see how those kind of flow together at the end, but at the beginning they're sharp and choppy? I'm trying to give just different examples, auditory, some other visuals, and some oral examples just to hit all kinds of learners. That way, if you struggle to see it in fashion, sometimes when I see it in inanimate objects, it works out for me. So here we call this legato in art, like, or honoring our vertical line in fashion. It's longer. So staccato are the abrupt, short, dynamic, contrasted changes. But read here how it says unity is important when choosing a staccato rhythm, so that the viewer knows that the different pieces are connected. I think this is where it falls apart for gamine types when and I think the flamboyant gamine is really the one that comes to mind more than a soft gamine, because soft gamines can wear they know to honor that romantic line a little bit, so the patterning is a little different. But sometimes I think gamines just want to like place random things together on their body, like checkers and flowers. Well, there's no rhythm there. When people do that, it's purposeful, and that's why some people look silly and some people don't. Of the same type, you can see a gamine that looks kind of not put together versus one that maybe is. Kelly Osbourne maybe comes to mind in her older times, like her younger years, where she was like a punk or whatever, emo, I don't know what she was, but she kind of like haphazardly placed things on her body. A teenager playing, I think of middle schoolers when I think of this, like when they're exploring, they just put things together, or your toddler kind of puts things together. This is, it's purposeful. Goes back to what I was saying about placed on the body in a proper way. Legato, long, and I've noticed that my speaking tone is that as I listen back to my videos, I'm like, gosh, I have such a lazy enunciation. It's weird to hear, and I'm like, gosh, I need to fix that. But I'm so old, I don't even know if I can at this point. But that's just a little side note, sorry. In fashion, you honor your vertical line. It is similar. You have things that are long and flowing. And if you look at the wave here, like, let me edit and show you what I'm seeing. You're seeing this long, continuous, motion. It's just this peaks and crests, and it would keep on. I'm sorry, I'm running out of screen. It would be more flowing. It would just keep on going, you know. You see these longer lines. In fact, there's more longer lines in here. Let's look here, here. See how long and flowing they are? Here, here, here. They flow, and they're long and harmonious. Even this way, it looks like it's coming the opposite direction, but here it is, coming the right way. Everything is long, harmonious lines. They all come together. This would just keep flowing if we let it, you know. And off here and through here, just keep flowing around. So long, continuous lines. These are sharp and abrupt. It is what it's making your eyes do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to enunciate better, I swear. If you are somebody who knows how to fix that, please comment. That would be nice too. I'm going crazy hearing it. I can't handle it, as you can see. So here where these lines are just abrupt, they stop. They stop. They stop. They stop. They stop. But also there's larger breaks in the lines. And then even though the red is here, it stops at the white too. But then you have different breaks in the red, and then patterns of different places that it could be breaking in that line. And it plays with the eye in a harmonious way. I'm not like, my eyes are not darting like, where do I look? Where do I look? I wish I would have put an example of that. I should have. But it would be just haphazardly placed all over and your eyes would dart back and forth. I'll try to find an image to attach at the end of the video. I didn't, but I can edit it in at the end. So I'll do that. I'll edit one in just to show you. It will be out of place, out of a good staccato rhythm, but that's okay. So I'm going to go into fashion now and show you examples. These are staccato lines. I would say Jenna Coleman is one of the best staccato line users I have ever seen. This girl is a soft mean and she knows it and she wears it, or her stylists do, because they know how to use her lines. They have to be Kibbe knowledgeable, whoever styles her. So let's look. Where are the staccato lines? Well, sorry. This is one of their blooper videos. Here's one here. All right, all those lines are staccato. Here, you could argue like her flesh and her hands, you can create another one. You have something right here and right here on the edge. That would create a line. Here, abrupt changes. So I think that's really cute. This outfit looks amazing on her. I might be having some warm color season envy. These fun colors. And then we have here the belt. Those are staccato lines. And even here it creates quite a difference. So here, just different lines that she creates in her body purposefully in just the right spots. I love how she uses these jackets to honor some curve. It's really like even here, let me undo all these. She's honoring her curve using her line over her shoulder and the type of coat it is. It's just kind of here, it honors some curve. The way it's hanging, it honors a little bit of that curve there. It's kind of nice. So it is that those are examples of using staccato in various ways. You don't have to just put a belt on or color block. You can wear something like this first outfit and it would become staccato, but just by the placement of the embellishments and the color changes in the skirt and shirt. When you come over, these are not staccato lines. So none of these have staccato. And I wanted to use these separates to show you because they're the same color and they do have a break at the waist. Even here at the top, the dress, the blue dress, there is that large space in the waist and it really is just one continuous line though. The first outfit, even though there's a pattern on the bottom, the colors are harmonious and it's one continuous line. And it flows into the other. It's just flowing into it. All of these flow into each other, not staccato lines. These honor vertical. The shorts, we could argue they don't, but they are not, they are still not staccato because they are one color matching. So staccato can work for you and staccato can work against you. Some types are supposed to embrace staccato, like soft camines, and some types, like soft naturals, are meant to avoid staccato, and that would be, the examples at the bottom. So when I show you at the top, there's Jenna Coleman here, and she is wearing not a vertical line here on the left, and on the right, she adds a belt and adds some staccato. Similar pattern dress. Even her shoes create a little bit of a staccato where her barefoot does not. Over here, it's one continuous line. Her hair even kind of is long and flowing into the dress on the left. So I argue that she looks much better and more put together and more in her lines on the right. She doesn't look bad on the left. She looks cute. It's just a cute dress. But that's all it is a cute dress, right? She looks like a oh wow, that's a look. That's you. She becomes herself. She becomes a look. And I associate this look on the right with Jenna Coleman almost all of the time, as you can see. As we see here, these are the same thing, her look. The buttons could or contrast and have some staccato. We could argue that, but it's not breaking the line horizontally, and that's what I'm looking at more. It does break the line, but I'm actually focusing just on those buttons. I think they're haphazardly placed. I can't even, my eyes are only looking at the buttons. Where if let's do this. Let's change this a little bit. This is a cool thing that I love to do. If I come over here and I want to change the color, I can do that. I can get close and just change it to the color of the dress. All right, and then come over here. I'm going to make it bigger so it's easier, and I'm just going to kind of make it one color. If I do a little bit over here and over here, oh, it's too much out of the color. I want to change it a little bit. Sorry, guys. I really want to show you, and it's hard when it's not quite right. I'm going to get more into the grayed out version of it. All right. And do it a little bit smaller, and here we go. Now, this isn't perfect, but it gets rid of the high contrast. So there we go. Now, when you look at her with one continuous line, I still can't stop focusing on that stupid middle of the dress, but you get the picture. This is much better on the right with the broken up belt, the sandals. It just looks more harmonious on her and more in her lines. Coming down here, same thing. Lots of, different staccato in the line, breaks in the line here, 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 here with the dark black, very high contrast. Fun movement pattern compared to one long line. Now, she doesn't look bad in the one long line, but let's compare these looks. Where does she look better? Put together, sharp, mature, taken seriously, like which one is more her personality, which is short and sharp, right? Who she is, her body type is short and sharp. Which one mimics short and sharp? It's the one on the left. You want these sharp breaks because your body is short and sharp. And that's really what Kibbe wants you to do. Honor what your body is. Make your clothing what your body is. Short and sharp, short, sharp lines. Round and soft, round, soft lines. This dress would be great on a romantic or an ingenue, just softer lines. Does not look bad on her. Looks cute. Not the same as this. This is her personality. This is a cute dress. Gives her a softer look to her personality. But is it harmonious with her personality? No. We see her in looks like this all the time. This is more who she is. Somebody styled her here. It was just you trying to have a softer look for an event or something. All right, so you could do the same thing here with Demi. If you look at this is her using staccato lines. She's a soft natural. Soft naturals are not supposed to use staccato. This really emphasizes her width up here and down here. Her width is emphasized. She does not look bad. She looks wider than she needs to. Not bad, not huge, just you can see that she has width here. Here, in this outfit, she looks much narrower, honoring more of a longer line, a moderate line, because she doesn't need to use staccato. A line that doesn't use staccato, a more continuous, harmonious line. And it looks a lot better. She looks softer. This emphasizes her yang. this emphasizes her yin and frame dominance and curve. This is yang curve dominant. It shows her yang curves off a lot. So Kim Kardashian uses looks like this all the time. They're like power looks. And Kibbe talks about that. Let me be clear. Even though you should avoid them to look harmonious in your line, when you're going to try to do a power move and use and lean into your masculinity, you could utilize this in a suit that you buy, making sure it fits you every other possible way. And then the rule that you break is using a little bit of staccato to highlight your more masculine or yang dominant side. You're going to go negotiate. Kibbe tells you to lean into that. I'm sorry, I know that yang is not masculine. I'm also into Jungian psychology, and for me, that's leaning in, like, yin and yang play into anima animus, and he does use the yin-yang systems, and it does then become the more masculine or feminine in the terms of behaviors, natural behaviors in humans, like instinctual behaviors. So that's where I guess I'm pulling that from. So I don't mean to say that anybody yang looks masculine. I'm speaking more of the aura, and, the presence you're creating within that, if that makes sense. Here we have Fergie, who uses staccato on the left and more of a vertical line on the right. Again, soft natural, not somebody who should be highlighting their staccato. They shouldn't be shortening their lines. Naturals have that moderate line, so they look better with natural prints and natural fabrics in a moderate line. This dress would be better if it had a belt the same color as this. This, on the other hand, is, breaks the line a little too much, and it kind of hardens her look. It's not, and then here again, it's just the staccato doesn't work in her favor. She doesn't look bad, she just doesn't look good. Here, on the other hand, she looks amazing. She has head to toe, one continuous line. Yes, there's a print on top, and she is using something to break her line a little bit. However, they're in the same color families. Here, it kind of blends together right here. And so it's a continuous flow. It flows from the dark into some darkness, and then it flows again into more colors. There's no abruptness, it's a flow. So you might think at first, oh, it's contrasted. It's not. It's this color continually flows into the shirt. Oops, sorry guys. Flows into the shirt, and then it flows into other colors. So I think that the soft naturals definitely show how they look a little bit better in the continuous line and rather than the staccato line. And lastly, I have Olivia Culpo, I don't know how to say her name, Culpo, who is a dramatic type. Please, in the comments, if you know how to say it, please correct me. I do not know how to say her last name. Is a dramatic type, and they are recommended to highlight the opposite of staccato. This is the exact opposite person. They should showcase their vertical. And here we have her, highlighting her vertical right here. Looking great, head to toe, red. And, there is some dots on it, but really it's still red. It flows into it. There's a flow about it all the way up from head to her toes. She has taken your line from her tippy toes all the way to her eyes, and then you naturally go to her head. You take her whole frame in. This is impeccable use of vertical and highlighting your Kibbe type. she's done it well here from head to toe. And she's well thought out. Here, she doesn't look bad, but do you see how where do your eyes go? Are you looking at her from her head to her toe? Or are your eyes kind of bouncing? I'm looking at her legs. I have to move them up to look at the shirt. I look at the shoes. I look at her face. I look at her chest area. I look at the shirt. I look at the jeans. I look at the shoes. I'm just all over. Here, I just take her in. Head to toe, up and down. My eyes move straight up and down, and I see her whole frame. Here, she is breaking her line more. And I do start at the top and come down, and then I abruptly stop where her red boots start. More like at the cuff and red boot. So I take her whole body. It's almost like she's floating in space from her black pants ending up. I don't know if you're noticing that. That's what I see. And then I notice her boots. So I notice all of that, head to toe. I stop. Let me show you where I'm stopping. Just to be visual. My eye stops here, and head to toe I see her, and then that's an abrupt stop for me. Do you see? Are you looking there? See if your eyes do what mine do. Like you just go down to that spot, and then you kind of come back up. You want to take just that part of her in. So she now looks much shorter because half of her leg is gone for me. Whereas over here on the right, one continuous line up and down. She does have a red shoe and it breaks, but it goes. My eyes go. Shoulders have some red. She's got some red in her cheeks and up here in her coloring. All the way down. And then it continues to flow. So I see the red shoes because they kind of pull back up with the red back. Kind of pulls it all together. I guess that's what I mean. It pulls it all together. Your eye goes boom and then pulls it all together. Maybe that's what they mean. That's how it works for me, and that's how it's working for you right now. Because that's what I got. So I hope that makes sense. And you can see the different ways that I try to show how staccato works, what it is, how you should and shouldn't use it, and, how to do the opposite of staccato, which is honoring your vertical. And, this is a little bit of knowledge in your vertical, even though it's not a vertical video. There will be a vertical video at one point. Please comment and tell me what other vocabulary you'd like to hear. I am going over quite a few of them. I have a list going, so I would love for you to comment what you'd like to see. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so. It's great for the algorithm, pushes my videos, and helps more people get to see what I am showing you if you like it. And if you do like my work and you're curious of your type, I do offer reports. I like to give McJimsy types, and within the report, I tell you, my idea of your type in several essences. So I would love to do that for you. You can just email me from the link tree in my bio. Thanks.